But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please invite your friends, and if you are a Muhammadan, please invite your God, so he need to help you, because as you see, no Muslim can answer us and no prophet can defend you. He's dead. What we can say, we are the Christians, we are the one who follow the living God. His name is Jesus, he is the Messiah, he is the Savior, and you got nobody. Even you Muhammadan are waiting for the Messiah. I feel sad for you. You are not even waiting for Muhammad. Today our topic is about the ancient God Allah. You know, through history, there is many, they use God or religion to control people, to control the crowd, kings, priests, bishops, whatever you name them, Christians, non-Christians, doesn't matter. Religion is always used as a tool in order to control. When God, he did not create a religion, and he don't want us to follow a religion. God, he wanted us to follow him. Not to follow a bishop, not to follow a man, not to be deceived, not to be controlled. Muhammad, even though he is mentally ill, but he got a very simple idea. If I say God said, who is going to discuss with me? If I say I said, they would discuss with me. So he said to himself, okay, I will say to them, obey the prophet in order to obey me. And then even if I say something stupid, nobody will dare to question. My Skype is open. If there is any Muhammadan would like to join us, feel free. Muhammad is a very famous person with his stupidity. I mean, this guy, he keep giving. He never give up being stupid. There is something the Muslims, they keep saying to us, that in Islam there is something called abrogated verses. If you ask them, what do you mean? Actually, one of you sent me an email. A Muslim said to a lady, oh, you know, the Bible is outdated, and Allah, he updated the books like software, you know. So he gave a book to Abraham, he gave a book to Moses, he gave a book to Isa, and then Allah, you know, he abrogated, you know. And here, you know, this is remind me of how the stupid idea of abrogation, because you have to update. When we go to the Quran, we find nothing is updated. In fact, it's going backward. And not only that, they start kissing stones and worshipping stones and going around the stones and bowing in front of the stones. So instead of when somebody says to you update, what does that mean exactly? You know, the idea of updating, it can be like, okay, you know what, in the time of Adam, the children of Adam, they married their sisters. But God did not update his law. No, nothing changed, except at that time there is no other opportunity for the children to marry someone else. If there is other human being to marry from, no. So there was no law to update anyway. So even in that case is not the scenario. But we have an idiot, his name is Muhammad. He says something in the morning, he changed it afternoon. Why? Because he is practicing driving. You know, like when a Middle Eastern like me, he get the car first time driving. Yeah, you know, we do not need to read the manual. We do not need to understand the signs in the highway. The first 3, 4, 5 people we kill in the highway, we will learn after that. You know, that's how we do it. When a Middle Eastern, my people, they buy a table, they never read the manual. After they put it together, they find like there is 50 screws extra. Like, why we have 50 screws extra? Because they have their own manual. Muhammad is a person, not only he have 50 screws extra, he himself is a screw. And I challenge any Muhammadan to say I am wrong. And I challenge any Muhammadan to say to us that they are not worshipping the moon god. You know, if you remember, there's a famous person, he's supposedly Christian. His name is James White. I don't know what the last name mean. I mean, like James White, James. Like when I was learning English in, you know, like Mr. Brown. Why his name is Brown, which is weird. Mr. White. Oh, okay. Mr. Blue. All right. So anyway, so Mr. James White, he is so smart, he said that Muslims don't worship the moon god. Why? Because the Quran says don't worship the moon. And I find this idiot, who he called himself a Christian, you know me, I don't take a side. I don't care if he called himself a Christian or not, but he is a certified idiot. You know, there's a huge difference between worshipping the moon and worshipping the moon god. You see, the moon god is not worshipping the moon. You know, the people who worship the moon god, they did not call the moon Lah. They called the god of the moon Lah. And here you see how stupid idiot, he lost his hair, not because he's smart, but because he was using Clorox as shampoo, is teaching the Christians what the Muslims believe. Who of you here believe that the Muhammadan or people following the God of Abraham? Give me one. If you are a Muhammadan or a Christian who he think or he been taught that the Muslim, they worship the same God of the Christians. Do we have any? I will give you some time because I know it takes some time for my voice to go to you. You see, the God of Abraham is an almighty God. And when we say almighty God, it's mean almighty God. I mean, almighty is mean almighty. You know what almighty mean? That's mean all the might belong to him. Here we have a God. He says, how I can have a son if I don't have a girlfriend? You know, it's not only stupid answer. Like so Muhammad is trying to be smart, supposedly speaking to the Jews and speaking to the Christians. And Muhammad, he went home and he opened his closet. How I can get them busted? How I can do? Huh? So Allah, he pray for Muhammad, but not to Muhammad, which is make a difference. Still Allah, he pray. So here you will see Muhammad is trying to refute the Christian, saying to them, how? This is not my dog. It's how in English. He is the originator of the heaven and the earth, which is nobody can prove to us. I mean, the originator of the heaven and the earth. He think that women, they have a sperm coming from their ribs. He must be the originator of Mickey Mouse. So he is the originator of the heaven and the earth. How can he have a children when he has no wife? And here you see that literally we are speaking about a God have nothing to do with the God of Abraham. I mean, what the heck is that? You see, we can measure this with Abraham, starting with Abraham. How Abraham can have a son, even if he have a wife, because simply his wife, she is very old, is that correct? He cannot. But did that stop the God of Abraham from giving Abraham a son? Are we following? Is that a problem for God Almighty, the God of Abraham? So Abraham and his wife, it's impossible for them to have a son. It is impossible. All of us, we knew that there is a certain age when the woman, she passed, that's it. You know, they don't make eggs. Very simple. And if there's no egg, you are wasting your time. So this woman, she is very old. The man is very old. You know, like I can live with the man because the man is still, he can, you know, depend in the man, you know. I remember my grandfather, he was 700 years old. Still, he was making babies. True story, by the way. We have no witnesses for it, but who care? You are in the Middle East. So the God of Abraham, he have no problem to do miracle. The God of Muhammad, la, he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. And actually, the funny is the Muslim translation, they translated the word sahiba as wife, when in Arabic it says sahiba, which means girlfriend. I mean, even wife, he could not use it, sahiba. Allah don't like to be married. He want to have a sahiba. Ya sahibi. So here we notice that right away from the beginning, the God of Islam is a God of disability, with my respect to people who have a disability issue. But this is God. I mean, it's not, it's accepted for me, to you, any one of us to be sick, to get old, so we cannot move, we cannot do things. Me, I'm single man, I cannot have a kids without having a wife. That makes sense. But we are talking about God, so this God is giving us the excuse. I cannot give you a son. Hello, unless you give me a girlfriend. So I decided to sign Allah to a dating website. Maybe we can find him a girlfriend. And what make it even more stupid, that Allah, he said in different verse, Aka Muhammad. You know, when we say Allah is talking, that is Muhammad, you're right? So, Muhammad, Aka Allah, he said, if you would like to have a girlfriend, you know, to sleep with, we will take a partner from ourselves. Yeah. And that make it more hilarious. So listen to this. Allah is a Muslim, they believe in monotheistic God. He is not the moon god, brother, yet they have the crescent moon in the top of their mosque. Why the crescent moon there? Because it's beautiful, that's all. You know, we like it. So in chapter 21, verse number 17, and by the way, the Muslim, they make Quran, have chapters and verses trying to copy the Bible. Otherwise, those people do not know even how to make a book. This is why when Muhammad died, there's no book. What book? If we ask the Muslim, what is your Quran? They don't have one single copy, not even one single page. Don't ask me questions, please, out of my topic until we finish. I mean, why people like this? You go to the classroom, you put your hand up right away when I speak about Joe Biden. What Joe Biden have to do with my topic? Wait. What do you think about Maturidi Muslim? What is that? Maturidi? I don't know. I never heard of it. Is that a new brand? I'm sure you are saying the word wrong. So here, how have we intended to take a pastime, i.e. a wife or a son, etc.? I like it when the Muhammadan, they say, etc. What does that mean? A car? A cousin? A zucchini? I mean, how in the world that work for you? Etc. I mean, there is more. First time I start learning English, you know, I learned the word etc. You know. So my mom, she said to me, "What time you want to come back home?" I say 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. What the heck is that? So what time you will back home? 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. So when the Muslim, they say to you, etc., we are talking about taking a partner. What do you mean, etc.? And how Allah, he can take a partner from us when he is supposedly unique and there is nobody like him? You ask any Muslim, you say to you, do we have Allah number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, etc.? They say, no, Allah is one, brother. Okay, are you sure? Written Prince, I can prove it to you. Allah is one and He is the only one. Zakir Naik, you do not need to prove it to me. It's clear to me in the verse, chapter 21, verse number 17. It says, we could surely have taken it from us. Us who? Written Prince. First of all, the word us here, presentation. Present what? Presentation. What the heck does that mean? Written Prince. If you go to the grocery store and you want to buy some food, okay, some food, like what? Food there, Christian Prince. Okay, like zucchini. Exactly. Zakir, did you notice I choose zucchini? I noted that. Do you know why? I don't care. No, I care because it starts with the letter Z. And you are zucchini and you are Zakir Naik. You idiot. It says with us, from us. So how He is the only one and He will take a partner from us? Is that a zucchini? If Allah is a zucchini, then He will take a partner from Him as His kind. That means there's many zucchini like Allah. Do you understand? So here we notice that Mr. Zucchini, aka God, aka Allah, aka Muhammad, he come with an idea that he is the only God. Everybody have to worship him, but then he want to take a partner, he will take it from us. Hey Allah, what do you mean? And until now, the Muslims are busy trying to explain. So you will find the Muslims saying, the scholars agree about, to disagree about what this verse mean. Like, what the heck is that mean? Etc. So we agree about to disagree. This is the agreement, you know? And this is why the Muslims, when they write a book or try to explain a verse in the Quran, they say to you at the end, disclaimer, Allah knows best. This is the disclaimer, you know, like Allah knows best. It's mean we get screwed. You know, we have no idea what we are saying to you. So if we wrote a book for you from the beginning to the end, 500, 600 pages, and you find nothing there, and you find that you are more confused after reading it from before reading it, simply disclaimer, Allah knows best. So the scholars who agree about to disagree about what the verse mean, proving to us that the Quran is made by a stupid idiot. It cannot be the moon god. The moon god is a fiction name. It's not exist. You know, in certain time, people who live in Europe in the cold areas, they worship the sun as a star we see every day. Those who live in the harsh desert where the sun is ugly, scary, killing their animals, killing their goods, their grass, so they like the moon because this is the time only they can even sit outside. This is the only time they can enjoy the time. So the moon god is what they like. Those who live in Europe, those who live in cold, they like the sun. They wait for it. They have celebration for it. Now we go and we see how we can prove that Allah is the moon god. Very simple. If you go actually to chapter 1, verse number 1 in the Quran, start from the beginning. And by the way, when we say chapter number 1, verse number 1, does not mean it is chapter number 1, verse number 1. The Muslim, they claim that they preserve the Quran of Allah. You ask them, is that the first chapter Muhammad received from his God Allah? They say no. So why this one is here? They say to you, the caliphate, he decided to put it here. That's a corruption. Even the Quran says that the one who changed the words from its location is doing corruption. So just moving things, right? Okay. Focus with me in the chat, please, people who they are here. Our chat is not for your chat. Our chat here for the topic. So if you are going to speak about different topic, I will send you free shipping and handling to the moon god Allah with no regret. Okay? So if you read with me here, it says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let us zoom in case you are not young like me. Next year I'm going to be 21. And maybe you have a short vision, so I'm going to zoom in for you. If you are young like me, it's okay, don't worry about it. You know, we sacrifice some time for those who have a bad vision. So focus with me here. It says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You will see the name of the God of Islam appear twice. Verse number 1 and verse number 2. This is verse number 1. And this is verse number 2. But they look different. Anyone notice the difference? there's a good difference between them. The first letter is not there. Do you see it? The first letter is not showing in the second verse. There's like a stick. In Arabic, this is alif, which is coming from the Aramaic. Alif, which means A. A is alif. Alif is like the way you say it as a word. You know, like in the Aramaic alphabet, every letter it's have a name. You know, so when we say it by itself, we say alif, just to make it simple for you. You don't get confused. So if you notice with me here, the chapter 1, verse number 1, here we have this little letter here. Let us draw it for you. You see it? Actually, let me change the color. Give me a second. So here we have this letter, which is not showing in the second verse. Let us highlight the second verse. This is the word Allah. You see it? The reason for that, you can take letters out of any name if they are not part of the name. As simple as that, you know? And I think this goes for all languages in the world, maybe. So like there's letters we add. As an example, in English you say, the tree. The tree mean a specific tree. Al in Arabic present the, which is the same as the tree. But in fact, this is not about the Arabic, this is an ancient name. The ancient name itself, it was two words. Al, which is God, and La is the name of the God. So if you read the first name here, you will see it says Al-Lah. Al-Lah. Let us type it in the screen. Al-Lah. Al is a very well-known word used by Aramaic, used by pagan. Is not like something specific for Christian or Jews or whatever. This is a very ancient word used for the word God. This is why actually by time, even in the Hebrew, in the old Hebrew, Israel used to be Israel, not Israel. Mikael used to be Mikael. Ishmael used to be Ishmael. So Al was God. This is not a word for a specific God, it's a word for God. Which means it can be for pagan, it can be for the God of the Christian, it can be for any God. So Allah simply mean God lah. This is why we see in the first verse that is missing. Why? Because the second verse doesn't say Allah. The second verse says li lah. Li in Arabic mean two. Li lah. So verse number 2 saying Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah. Li mean two, equal to two. Like you say, thank to you. Two. This is what the two we are talking about. You know, I'm going to. Thanks to this doctor. Thanks to this nurse. Thanks to whatever. You know, thanks to your mother-in-law, because she made your marriage very fun, very nice. So Alhamdulillah, it says thanks to La, the word, the Lord of the world. The first verse saying in the name of Allah. So now we found the origin of the name, because now it's connected to other letters. All of you think that the name of the God of the Muslims is Allah. This is what everybody says, but the fact this is not true. Allah is a complex word. Two words merged together. Al, which is God, which is later in the Hebrew became El, you know, Mikael, Israel, etc. Did I say etc.? Yeah. So we prove now the origin of the name of the God of Islam. Now, actually, if we go in the word al, which is presenting the word God, it can be appearing in the beginning of the word. Just take a note of that. Or it can come at the end. As an example, when we say Mikael, this is at the end, right? But there is many words. The word el appear in the beginning. So this word can be movable between the beginning or the end. It can appear at the end. It can appear at the beginning. This is why we see the Muslims. The Quran says Jibril, El. So the Quran is mixing between the two languages, the ancient Aramaic and the new Aramaic, and the new Hebrew. So Jibril have El at the end, which used to be Al long time ago in the ancient time. And actually this is where the name of the God of Islam is coming from. It's coming from the ancient time. It's not a new name. It's not a new God. It's a very, very ancient God. Go way, in history. You can go a little bit search in the Prophet Google, peace be upon him, and you will find a lot of articles written about it. Now, if you go actually to other God, let us take a screenshot of this one. You can do the same on your side, because we want to clean the screen here so we can go to different verses. You will notice that the Quran speaks about God. His name is Baal. Do we know who is Baal? Who do not know Baal? Let us introduce Mr. Baal for you. There was always competition between gods in the old days. Those people who worship nature and they're afraid of the nature, they have gods for the nature, seen around them. So in chapter 37, verse number 125, it says, Allah supposedly talking, Akalah. And here you will see, by the way, the Muslim, they lie in the translation. You see the bracket? This does not exist in the Quran. So, will you call upon Baal and forsake the best of the creators? You notice that the word Baal end with al at the end. There's Baal, Baal, Baal. Al. That is God. So Ba is the God, El is the word God, the name and the God merged together. The word God and the name merged together. So what this verse is saying to us, that there is God, his name is Baal, he is good, he's powerful. But would you forsake Allah, the best of the creators? That means the Quran in this verse here says that Allah is a creator and he is the best of the creators, and there's many creators. You see, if you think about it, the one who made this verse is an idiot. Because how you are trying to convince people that Allah is the originator of the heaven and the earth, and then you say that Allah is the best of the creators. When the Quran speak about not to worship the moon god, Muhammad at that time, he lived between the Jews, not the moon god, the moon. He already lived between the Jews. And in the Old Testament, we have many statements, many verses against that. As an example, in the book Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse number 3, 4, etc. Or chapter 4, verse 19. So the Old Testament speaking clearly about not to worship the moon, the stars, the suns, etc. Those who follow those gods are going to go to hell. Muhammad, he copied some from the Jews, but he forgot in the same time that he copied the Arab God in every aspect of this God, Allah. In certain time, Muhammad, he was trying to make himself sound like a Jew, act like a Jew, pray like a Jew, dress like a Jew, eat like a Jew. But when the Jews rejected him, Then Muhammad, he decided to wash his hands from anything have to do with the Jews, and he went back to his roots, which is Allah, the moon god. You ask the Muslim, they will say to you that Muhammad, he was praying in the direction of Jerusalem. And we ask them why. Why he want to pray in the direction of Jerusalem? Did Allah say to him, pray in the direction of Jerusalem? No Muslim, they have no answer. And then suddenly Muhammad, he switched to worship the God Allah, praying in the direction of the Kaaba. But if we do a little investigation, we will find that the one who made Muhammad switch the direction, or the one who gave him the idea, it was Umar ibn Khattab. Umar, he created tons of verses in the Quran, including the hijab. So if we go to the hadith here, hadith is what Muhammad said or his companions, and Muslims, they follow hadith more than the Quran. Umar, he says, I agreed with my Lord, and my Lord agreed with me in 3. Actually, they are more than 10. Some they say even 20. What Allah he agreed with him upon? The location, the maqam of Ibrahim, the station of Abraham. So Muhammad, he claimed that Abraham is the one who built the Kaaba, which is very funny and very stupid to say. However, we know that this is the moon god, Kaaba, and it have the moon god rocks from the temple of Al-Makkah, which is located in Yemen. But here you notice that not only Muhammad is a prophet, receive inspiration from Allah, we have another prophet in Islam, his name is Umar ibn Khattab. If you read with me here, it says, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. I said, O Allah, apostle, I wish you took a station of Abraham as our praying place. And then you see the rest about wearing the hijab, because he was looking at the ass of his wife, the wife of Muhammad, Sauda. So Umar al-Khattab, he told him, order your wife to be covered. And you will notice later, the verses which Umar, he said, Allah, he revealed them as I had said. As I had said, exactly. You know? So whatever Umar, he said, suddenly it became Quran. And obviously Umar, he knew that Muhammad is a fraud. I mean, have you ever heard of a God? He take what a man say as it is, and he put it in the Quran? As it is? And the funny is, the Muslim, they say, nobody can make Quran like Allah. Nobody can make Quran like Allah. And then we find that Allah is copying Quran from Umar ibn Khattab. And he's copying the main essence of Islam. You see it? So the station of Abraham, according to the Muslims, is why they pray. So they will say to you, well, how we are worshiping the moon god, and we are praying to the station of Abraham. But then we ask ourselves, if there is any reference in the world exist for the Jews. You see, the Jews and the Christians are not too much in love, you know. I mean, there's a long history of enmity between both, if we can say. So how come the Christian and the Jews agree that Abraham never went there? And how come books written before Muhammad exist, they never mention that Abraham went there? I mean, you see, I can say after Muhammad came, maybe somebody don't want to show, but we are talking about books written way long before Muhammad is even exist. Nobody mentioned that Abraham was there. Muhammad, after he, you know, he found out that the Jews are not accepting him, the Christian will not accept him, and he decided to do like ethnic cleansing or regional cleansing, like the filthy Putin. So he started killing civilian, killing everybody, in order to keep only those who accept him as a prophet. If you remember, he said, if I become victorious, I will not let anyone live except, especially the Christian and the Jews. I'm going to kill them all. I will expel them or kill them. So if I am victorious, I will not allow anyone is a Christian or a Jew to live in the Arabian Peninsula, except Muslims. And this is why I find that Putin, he is too much in love with Muhammad, and he like to be a criminal like him. You know, this is why he's trying to kill as many as he can from civilian. They kicked his ass in Ukraine. His army ran away. Kadyrov, he ran away like a puppy with his show-off TV station army. And then suddenly, Putin, what he do? He seek revenge by bombing the civilian. Very, very normal behavior from a filthy person like Muhammad, like Putin. Going back to our topic, Muhammad, who worshipped the moon god, as you see, the Christians and the Jews rejected him. Actually, Muhammad, he said, if only 10 Jews, only 10 accepted me as a prophet, the whole Jews will accept me. So the Muslim here, they added between two brackets, the prophet said, had only 10 Jews, between two brackets, they says, among their chief. You stupid idiot, what chief? What chief? The prophet said, only 10 Jews. He didn't ever mention the chief. But they want to tell you how we can fix this issue. Not even 10 Jews accepted Muhammad. Not even 10 accepted Muhammad. Here you need to ask yourself why. The answer is very simple. Muhammad is a pagan man. He's worshipping the moon god. And he failed in every aspect of what he claimed to be a prophet. If you go in the Quran, you will see people, they keep saying to him, how come you don't have just one sign? Just one sign. Can't your God make one sign? I mean, we are not asking you for 100. Just one. We will find this all over the Quran. And we cannot find anywhere in the Quran Muhammad making a miracle. The Muslim, they say to you, oh, the Quran mentioned the moon splitting. The Quran never even mentioned that Muhammad did a miracle, including that chapter. Go read it. Actually, that one is additional proof that Muhammad is a fraud, because the same chapter says Muhammad had no miracle. If you read what the Quran said about Muhammad, he failed. As an example, chapter 6, verse number 37, chapter 10, verse number 20, chapter 13, verse number 7, chapter 13, verse number 27. All what they are saying, you know what? Just a sign. Just a sign. Like one sign. This God, this man, he claimed that he is sent by God. Can't he give us a sign? One miracle? Look what the answer was. And the disbeliever says, why not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? Allah said to Muhammad, you are only a warner. Did you see it? So a warner, he should not have a sign. It's like, you know, you are a guy who sent, the postman. You know, a postman, you deliver a letter, the guys, they say to you, oh, this letter from who? You say, I don't know, I'm just a warner. This is a letter coming to you, you know? But this is not what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying that Allah put conditions, that nobody should accept a messenger unless he make a sacrifice and give it to God, and God accept it. If you go here, chapter 3, verse 183, between two brackets, those Jews who said, verily Allah has taken our promise. For sure, the Jews did not say Allah, they say our God, not Allah. Surely Allah, verily Allah has God has taken our promise not to believe in any messenger unless he bring us an offering, which is the fire will come from heaven and shall devour. Say, now Allah is answering them supposedly, Verily there come to you messengers before me with the clear signs, and even with what you speak of, why you did then kill them if you are truthful. Here you see Muhammad is getting screwed. What is the answer why he don't have a sign? Well, before me there is many messengers, they come to you as you are asking, but this is not what they are asking. The stupid Muhammad, he forgot that he just confirmed that Allah, he made a condition. Read carefully, it says, the Jews said, verily Allah has taken our promise not to believe. Muhammad, the idiot, he did not say, oh, Allah did not ask you for that. He confirmed it. So how Allah, he made him promise not to accept a messenger unless he have a sign, and then Allah, he said to them, well, I sent you before, you did not accept them and you killed them. And then we asked the Muslims, can you name for me one messenger of God the Jews they killed? Any Muslim can name for me the messenger of God which the Jews killed? Any Muhammadan? What now? You will say Jesus? Hey Abdul, any help? Allah is in trouble. Huh? Which one? The prophet, or it says here many of them. You see, it's not even one. You kill them. You kill them. Do you see it? It says kill them. Not one, not two, not three. So who is the messengers who the Jews killed them? If the Muslim, they say Isa, well, that will get Muhammad busted. And still that will not fix the problem. Because according to Quran, Isa was not crucified, right? So that is stupid. Secondly, even if they say yes, it says them. Who? Like who? Name them. You know, this God in the Quran, he have time to speak about the ant speaking to the other ants. She told them to hide because Solomon is coming. He will crush you, but he don't have time to tell us such an important event. The Jews killed many prophets. What their names? So Muhammad, because he have no ability to make a sign, he is a false messenger. He have a false sign. He have nothing. And then we open the books of hadith, we will find tons of miracles. As an example, Muhammad, he converted the lizard to Islam. There's a hadith says that when Muhammad, he walked, the trees say, Assalamu alaikum. All the trees. Thank God. Muhammad don't live in Amazon. You can imagine how much noisy will be Amazon because Muhammad is walking by. All the trees saying, Assalamu alaikum, Prophet. Assalamu alaikum, Prophet. Rocks, they say Assalamu alaikum. So, you know, if Muhammad is really a prophet and those are true stories, then the Quran should say, well, here we go. You know, Muhammad have tons of miracles. Are you blind? But the Quran confirmed that Muhammad has zero miracle. And the only miracle, Allah supposedly, he asked the Jews not to accept any messenger except the same miracle of Abraham. You remember? The same miracle of Abraham. Not only that, the same miracle of Adam. The Muslim believe that the first one who gave sacrifice, it was the children of Adam. If you remember the story, that Adam, he used to have kids, and his wife Eve, she used to give birth to twin. One boy, one girl in the time. And then one twin, the girl, she have a cross eyes. So now the two brothers, they don't want to marry that girl. You know, they are fighting about the one girl who have nice eyes. This is according to the Muslim story. Don't ask me. Don't tell me where you got the story from. Muhammad, he come with a lot of stories. So now both of them, they don't want to marry the one have a cross eyes, and they want to marry the women or the girl who have nice eyes. So how Allah, who is going to decide who is going to marry this girl? So Allah told Adam, tell them to give a sacrifice, and the one I send the fire to devour the sacrifice is the one who will marry that girl. So this is something Allah He practiced all the time according to Muhammad. And here you see how Muhammad is mixing between the moon god and the God of Abraham. So, and this is what make it confusing for many. How we say that Muhammad is worshiping the moon god, and then we find Abraham, we find Moses, we find Adam, we find what a lot of names. Simply all of Islam is a story in names. This is why if you ask Muslim what Adam mean, they do not know. What Abraham mean, they do not know. Okay, what Isa mean, they do not know. Okay, what Moses mean, they do not know. Why? For Muhammad, when he moved and he lived between the Jews, he started learning stories. So he started merging the stories of the Jews into his cult or his pagan religion, worshipping the moon god. And that what make it very confusing for some naive, especially in the West, who they think really that Muhammad is a prophet and he worshipped the same God of Abraham. And not only that, you will see many donkeys, sadly, including in our churches, teaching your kids that the Muslims are from Ishmael. When the Bible itself, if you go in the Old Testament, you will see that the Bible says that the mother of Ishmael, she took her son and she married him to an Egyptian woman. So you ask those idiots where they got this from. How in the world you come to the conclusion that Ishmael is the son or he's the father of the Arab, when the Arab was exist before Ishmael? Stupid people. What we can say? Copy paste. Now, okay, we continue. So here we see, do we have any Muslim would like to talk to us? We have a person, he called himself Hamza. Let us see, Mr. Hamza. Give me a second. All right, we are calling Hamza. I know he is a kid. This is why his microphone is muted. It is a Muslim. He is spitting. They cannot debate me. Nobody heard you, by the way. You know, I know that Muslims, they are not the quality who they can call and speak nicely. He is spitting. You know, are you spitting in the Quran? What we will do now? Your spit is more clean than the Quran. So now we have to wash your spit, give it back to you. Okay? You made your spit dirty. What I can say now? They cannot debate me. So he's spitting. You are really powerful, man. Your spit is so powerful. You remind me of the story of your God Allah, where he said that the reason we have a belly bomb because Shaitan, he want to spit at Adam, but he did not hit his face, he hit his belly. And this is why we have the belly bomb. I mean, scientifically explained. It's true. It's true story. Prophet Muhammad, he knew everything. So the reason many people are confused about this, because the thief Muhammad, when he lived with the, Muhammad is a person who changed to adopt. If you go in the Quran, you will see Muhammad even claiming that those who worship the stars, the Sabian, anyone believe in Allah is going to go to heaven, including the Sabian. But the Sabian, they worship stars. They believe in creators. They believe in many gods. So if you read with me here, it says, chapter 2, verse number 62, surely they that they believe, and those of the Jews, the Jewry, the Jews, they became the Jewry. Oh, okay. Hey, Jewry, how are you doing? And the Christians, and those Sabians. Huh? And who believe in Allah. Do you notice with me how Muhammad here? Muhammad is like when an American politician is going for election. He is trying to get as many votes as he can. So Hindu is okay, Christians is okay, Buddha is okay, homosexual is okay, atheist is okay, all of you are going to be saved, no problem, just believe in me. So now Muhammad here, he added the Sabians, which everyone knows that those people, they really truly people who believe in Allah, not the Christians. The Sabian, they believe in gods in ranks. If you remember, there's a book, it's called Kanza Rabba. Kanza Rabba, let me see if we can open it for you. Kanza Rabba, which is a book mean, Kanz mean treasure, you know. Rabba is coming from the word Rabb in Aramaic, which is mean God. So the treasure of God. Let us see if we, I don't know, because I formatted my computer not long ago, so I don't know if I still have it. Kanza Rabba, maybe I don't. Yeah, I think I don't have it no more. You can search it. Let me see here. Maybe we can open it online. Yeah, actually here, I want like, I prefer to have the book. I need to find it. Let me see if I can find it in my computer. Maybe it is here, there, somewhere. No. Yeah, I cannot find it really. Sadly, it's not in my computer, but we can view it from here. Let us see. This is the book. It's called Kanza Rabba, the book of the Sabian. And if you go actually check out what the Sabian they believe and what they practice, you will find Muhammad, he copied a lot of things from them. Actually, the Sabian, they believe that the God of the Jews, Adonai, is the devil. Why? Anyone knows why? What is the reason why the Sabian, they hate the God of the Jews? Adonai is the God of the Jews, who is the devil. Why? Because he is the one who killed and destroyed the army of the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh himself, the Sabian believed the Pharaoh himself was a Sabian. Sabian, they used to be one of the major religions in the Middle East. Very popular. And actually even the moon god temple, which is in Mecca, Al-Makkah in Yemen, is built by the Sabian. So this is the book of As-Sabian, as you see in the front of you. And you will notice how Muhammad, he copied very much, even the way he say things from them. You know, Kanza Rabba, هو الحي العظيم البصير القدير العليم العزيز الحكيم وهو الأزلي القديم الغريب عن أكوان النور. So you will notice, anyone who speak Arabic, you will notice right away that it's the same way of speaking, and Muhammad even copying exactly same words. So you will notice here, as if you are reading Quran, like if you are a person who do not know Quran, you know, you not know what you are reading, you think this is Quran, this is really Quran. So Muhammad, when he promised the Sabian to be in heaven, you need to ask yourself, the Sabian, they believe that the God of the Jews as the devil. So how the God of the devil, I mean the God who is the devil is the God of the Jews, and the God of the Sabian both suddenly became same one God? It doesn't make sense. In the book of the Sabian, it says that Adonai, the devil, he ordered his followers, the Jews, to do circumcision, an act of evil. So for the Sabian, circumcision is an act of an evil coming from the God Adonai, who is the devil according to them. And then Muhammad, he copied that devil teaching from the Jews, which is supposedly the circumcision. Now, for sure, Muhammad, he have his own stories, that as an example, that when Abraham, he did circumcise himself, he did it himself by using an adze, which is very normal. I'm assuming at that time, excuse my language, that Abraham, his private part was very long, and there's no way Abraham will miss. I mean, if the tip of it is maybe a couple of 100 centimeters, so there's no way. You need an adze, you know, you need an adze, you know. I don't know if you know what adze is. So Muhammad, he have a lot of stupid mixing between religions, and he kept the name of the God, Allah, the one God, and now he is bringing the Sabian, he is bringing Abraham, he is bringing the Christians, he is bringing the Jews. All of this is mixed together in a new religion. It's called Islam. So Islam became like the most funny, silly mix, but even between the enemies, like the Sabian who hate the God of the Jews, who he destroyed the army of the Pharaoh, suddenly is the same God. He is the God of the Sabian and the God of the Muslims. But we have actually way more proofs that Muhammad still he is in his root as a pagan person. If you go in the Quran, actually, let us go to the Hadith. Where the sun come from? The sun is the enemy of the God of the of Muhammad, and Shaitan is in control of the sun. Muhammad, he claimed that if a Muslim, he woke up and already the sun is between the two horns of Shaitan, which means already appearing, he should not pray no more. If we ask the Muslims, why? No Muslim can answer. Even Muhammad, he pointed his finger at his house and he said, from here, the horn of Shaitan, the sun, is going to come. Let me find you more hadith which can be more helpful for our topic. Let us see. And you know, if we can't find any Muslim can answer about this, I will be happy to hear his answer. Let us see. Okay, this website is not responding. Let us see this one here. Let's see, where is one? Let us see this one. That will help. And here you see Muhammad. He is mixing between his old previous belief and what he learned from the Jews, and but from time to time he have to go back to his roots. He reported that Allah Messenger saying, "This is how hypocrite prays. He sit watching the sun when it become yellow, and between the horn of the devil, he raises and he pray for, like he pray 4 times." All right. So if we ask the Muslims where the sun is rising from, why the sun is rising from between the 2 horns of the devil, what does that exactly mean? Any Muslim can answer? As we know, there is a competition between the god of the moon and the god of the sun. The god of the sun is the enemy, is the sun which the Arab they hate. All the evil the Muslim they will see is going to come from between the 2 horns of the devil, where the sun is coming from. So who is the one in control of the sun? Is the enemy god, the sun god. Who is the one in control of the good, or the good god? The one who controls the moon. This is why we'll see Muhammad never speak negative, and he never said that from the moon the devil will come. If you read with me here, this hadith, according to Muhammad, the sun rises from between the horn of Shaitan and set between the horn of Shaitan. It says here, the sun set and rise between the 2 horns of Shaitan, and this is repeated many times. This is an old belief the pagan Arab they believe in, because they hate the sun. The sun is their enemy, is the one who killed their crops, is the one who killed their animals, is the one who killed them with thirst, no water, no rain, heat. The moon is the nice one who they always sit and enjoy the time, saying poetry, looking at the sun. And then we will find in the Quran the following, that Abraham himself, he worshipped the sun and he worshipped the moon. And the sun was called Akbar. Chapter 6, verse number 78. When he saw the sun, supposedly this is Abraham. So in verse number 77 or 76, you can read it from 75, that Abraham, he saw, he is looking at the sky, looking and wondering, So he saw the moon. So he liked the moon. He said, "This is my God." And then when the moon disappeared, he says, "I love not those who disappear." Verse number 77, actually, sorry, here, verse number 76 is about planets or stars. We do not know what they are. Verse number 77, he saw the moon. Same, the moon disappear, so I don't like those, who disappear. So he worshiped him for some time. Then he saw the sun, and then he said, "This is my God, this is Akbar." You see, the Muslim, they translate the word Akbar as a greater, but Akbar does not mean greater, really. Why? Simply, in Arabic, there is a way to use the language. Akbar can be even about age. It can be about value. It can be about size. It can be about as we said, like value, or even about influence. Many meaning. But here we are talking about planets and stars we see in the sky. Why only this one? He called it Akbar. Does the sun even look really bigger than the moon? No. It doesn't. And we are talking about seeing by the eye. The moon is way more closer to us, so the moon will look even bigger. The more close you are, the more bigger you will look. So when he saw the sun, he says, this is my God, this is Akbar. And this is why I understand where the word Akbar coming from. The Muslim, they say Allahu Akbar. So Muhammad, what he did, he decided to spread his religion. He brought the Sabian, the Christians, the Jews, and even he took the stones from the Hindus. So let us make a religion, have all gods. The moon god, Akbar, in one religion, Allahu Akbar. In Arabic, wa mean and. Allah and Akbar, not Allah is great as many they lie to you. You cannot find in Arabic language anyone who can prove it to you, Allahu Akbar. Because if Allah, you see the Muslim, they say to you, you cannot compare God to anything. Akbar is a name of comparison, like you are comparing between two. So like I say, this apple, Akbar from this apple. This car, Akbar from this car, which means bigger. You know, I can say this house, Akbar from this house. So in order to use the word Akbar, I have to compare between two from the same kind. So Akbar doesn't fit to be next to the name of the God of the Muhammadan, because he's Akbar from who? Can God be compared to his creation? That would be funny. So imagine I say Allahu Akbar from me. And who am I? And nobody. I mean, we're talking about God who created the heaven and the earth. So how you compare him? And the Muslim, they say you cannot compare God to anyone. So how here the word Akbar appear? As you see, it's comparison. Even in the verse here, it's about comparing between two. Even when the Muslim falsely translate it as a greater, not great. You see, let me show you the word in Arabic here. You can compare it to any word. The Muslim, they write the name Allah, Akbar. Let me zoom in. So why in the translation says greater, doesn't say great? You will see even some naive Christians who make videos even against Islam because they learn Islam from Muslims or from Muslim books written by translated, so they don't know Arabic. So they say, oh, Allahu Akbar mean God is great. But Akbar does not mean great. If we will use it as a great, mean a greater, then the sentence is missing. You have to continue. Greater than what? You know, if I say this guy is bigger than what? Then who? You're going to just say bigger and stop. But because it was meant to be a name, Akbar is the name of the God, which is the sun God. And this is why you see only when Abraham, according to Muhammad, only when he saw the sun, he used the word Akbar. He said, this is Hada Akbar. Hada means this is Akbar. He is giving him a name, or he's giving the sun a name. This is Akbar. And then suddenly, when the sun disappeared, Muhammad don't want to follow, as Abraham, he don't want to follow the sun. Why? Because it disappeared. And here you see how silly this story is. Look like Abraham, all his life, he never saw that the sun disappear and appear, the sun appear, disappear. And now he discovered it. Because look, why he decided not to worship the stars and the planets? Because they disappear. They appear in night time, disappear in the daytime. Okay, wonderful. Then he moved to worship the sun, the moon. Okay, why he stopped worshiping the moon? Because it appeared at night, disappear at the day. Okay. Now he moved to worship the sun. All right. Why? He stopped worshiping the sun because the sun appeared in the day, disappear at night. The reason in front of you. He says, but when it's set, he said, oh my people, surely I am quit of this associate. Why? Because it's set. And here you ask yourself, is it possible that Abraham, a growing man, he never noticed that all of them are the same, they set, they appear, disappear, appear, disappear? Maybe Abraham was inside the box, he never saw the sun setting before. He never saw the day and the night before. So the whole story is a stupid story. But the important for us that Abraham, he says, I am Hanif. And the Muslim, they copy that word because they do not understand what the word Hanif mean. Hanif mean pagan. Every Muslim, he says, I am Hanif. Ask them. Why? Because the Quran says that Abraham said, I am Hanif. What Hanif mean? They don't know. This is an Aramaic word. So the Muslim, they start saying, we are Hanif. And I am not min al-mushrikeen. But look what happened here. He is not from those who associate with God. Which God? The guy a second ago was worshiping the sun. Did he find a new God now? And you will notice here how silly this story is, because it is Abraham who decided to follow the stars, not following his people. He decided. He saw the moon rising. He said, this is my Lord. You see, it's not his dad said to him, we worship the moon. Let us worship the moon. No. It's not his people. They saw the stars. According to Muhammad, it was the decision of Abraham. And then his people, they debate with him. He says, I turn my face to him who originated the heaven and the earth. Okay, who? Until now we do not know. And then his people dispute with him, and he said, do you dispute with me concerning God? Translation is false. In Arabic it says, concerning Allah. What does that mean? That means the Sabi'an, they worship Allah. You see, if you change the translation, let us change it. Let us go to another idiot. Do you see it? Are you arguing with me about Allah? Okay, if you go a little bit more, the verse after it says, you are associating with him. That's mean the pagans, the Sabian, the people of Abraham, they worship Allah too. And this is where Allah is coming from. Do you see it? So what the Quran confirmed, that Allah is coming from the people of Abraham. But the people of Abraham, they worship stars. So how they worship stars and Allah is their God too? Because simply, He is the moon God. He is one of them. He is one of those gods who they are located in heaven, controlling planets, stars, everything. Everyone in charge of something. Actually, if you go in the Quran, you will find something very funny and very weird. The moon god is the one who controlled the moon. Why is called the moon god? Because he is in charge of the moon. The moon, his favorite planet, his symbolic. Like, you know, every nation in a country, they have a symbolic. Some of them, they have a dove because they have too many doves. Some of them, they have a flower because they have too many of this flower, so it became symbolic for them. Some, they have an eagle because they have like the American eagle. So the symbolic of the God of Islam is what? Is the moon. And the moon, we have measured for it mentions. According to the moon god Allah, the moon move from point A to point B to point etc. He have 12 houses. We have Mansour. Mansour is saying something to us. Let us see what Mansour is saying. How are you doing, Mansour? Why you don't call me Mansour? Guys, why Mansour don't call me, honestly? Anybody can tell me why? Call me Mansour. I will be happy to hear you. Look, Mansour saying to us, why you don't take tafsir? Okay, Mansour, do you accept the tafsir if I show you? Do you promise me if I show you tafsir right now on the screen? Do you swear by Allah that you will accept whatever tafsir says? Or you will say no? I'm waiting for the answer. Guess what Mansour will say? He will say, no, I don't accept all tafsir. Just wait, I'm waiting for him. Mansour, do you accept the tafsir I will show you? Do you accept any tafsir I can show you right now? Do you accept or not? Do you swear by Allah that you will accept any tafsir? Mansour now is taking a hike. So if I show him Ibn Kathir explain how Allah make the women have a sperm coming from her ribs, he will say Ibn Kathir, he's a human. If I show him Al-Tabari, he's saying you can have sex with your sister, if she is a sister or daughter from adultery, he will say he's a human. If I show him Ibn Kathir saying the flying carpet and he carries 600,000 chairs on the top of it, he will say, well, he's a human. So the Muslims, the Muhammadan, when they are in the corner, they say, see tafsir. When we go to the books they are asking us to read, they wash their hand from it. Mansour said, depends. I did not see that. Where is that? Let me go back so I can put it in the screen. He said depend, right? I know what he was saying. Yeah, depend. Where is Mansour? Ah, here we go. See? I know it. Depend. Well, my friend, if you have a religion of based on depends, that is not a religion. I mean, have you ever heard of such a religion? Mr. Depend in control? Depend? No comment. Mr. Mansour, he put us in the corner. Depend. I mean, it's obvious. So what we do? Depend. If we like it, we agree. If we don't like it, if it's embarrassing, we say we depend. So a second ago, you asked me to show tafsir. A second after, he says depend. I don't want to give interpretation myself. Why you don't call me and give me the interpretation? Go ahead. Mr. Depend. So do you see why this is not even a religion? Have you ever heard of a religion? People cannot even understand their book. Do you accept all Bible interpretation yourself? First of all, my friend, if the Bible need interpretation and we cannot understand the Bible without interpretation, that's mean we do not understand the Bible, and that's mean God, he failed. Interpretation is made for those who have low knowledge, not those who have knowledge. So somebody, he don't have time to study, he never been in school, so he read, he don't understand, he don't know the background, he don't know the history. This is why interpretations exist. But you Muslims cannot understand a word, even the simple one. And when we show you the interpretation, which is supposedly made by your scholars, you say, we don't accept them. So now what we will do? You could not correct me. You could not prove me wrong. You did not dare to call me. And now you deserve the name potato. Let us continue. So here you will see that the God of Abraham, the Muslim Abraham, which by the way, his name is wrong. Muhammad in one time he says Ibrahim. In other verses says Abraham. Is it Ibrahim or Abraham? The guy, he can't repeat the name twice. So, and the moon we have measured, for it mentioned. What mentions? According to Muhammad, because he is following the Greek mythology, pagan mythology, that the moon have houses. And he moved from place to place. Every month he sleep in different place. How many places? 12 mansion, 12 villas. Not only that, do you see when the Muslim, they say to you that in the translation it says, verily the number of months with Allah is 12 months? That is a false translation. The word shahr mean moon. Moon. It's not month. In the language today, in Arabic language today, is used as the word month. This is true. Why? Because now we are not really, even the Muslim, they don't follow the moon no more. They are using the Christian calendar. So there's no moon. So they use the same word in Arabic to describe a month. But in fact, it is moon. So the God of Islam, he have different description for his moon. He claimed that the moon is 12 moons. Not one. In the previous verse, Allah, he made it mentions for the moon. But which moon? There's 12 of them. So when you read here with me, it says, verily the number of months with Allah is 12 moons, not 12 months. You can go right now, open any Hebrew dictionary and search for the word shahr. Shahr mean moon. Shahr in Aramaic, in Arabic, in as I said, in Arabic today it's used as a word month, but shahr mean moon. How we can prove it? We can prove it from the Quran. If we go in the Quran here as an example, and the Muslim, by the way, they say, oh, the one who made the crescent moon, this is not from Islam. It is in the Quran. It is from the Quran. Let's see where we will go. All of us, we knew in the month of Ramadan, the Muslim, they wait for what? Anyone can tell me? What the Muslim wait for? They wait for the moon. Which moon? If you look at the translation in front of me, you will see here something very weird. Whoever of you witnessed the month, how you can witness the month? What does that mean? Can we skip it, not to witness it? You know what I mean? You know, witness is about you being presented there in the time of the event. What do you mean witness the month? Obviously, this is false translation. In Arabic, it says, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرِ. Those who saw the moon, which is in a certain way, and we will show you what way it is. So this is here Aitani translation, 185. Let us switch different translation. Let us see Hilali. You see, always, where we go? What happened? All right. Read with me carefully. This is the Muslim translation, Muhammad Hilali and Khan. Here they translate the word shahr as month, but we told you it's not a month, it's a moon. And we will prove it to you from exactly same translation. The moon of Ramadan is in which was revealed the Quran. Now, what is the connection between the Quran and the moon? There's a connection. The Quran revealed when the moon in a certain look. What is that? A guidance for mankind, a clear proof for the guidance and certain between the right and the wrongs. So whoever of you sight, you see how they change it now? But this is the same word, shahr. In the previous translation says, whoever of you sight or witness the month. You remember? Here it says, whoever of you sight between the two brackets, the crescent moon, the first night. Do you see it? So Islam is based on what? There's a God. He have a 12 moon. And there's one of them is the crescent moon. And this crescent moon is the sign of Allah. Whoever of you witness by sighting, you have to sight it by eyes, the first crescent moon, that is the moon of Ramadan, not the month of Ramadan. Do you see it? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? So whoever of you sight the crescent moon, the Muslim, they deny, they say, oh, this is the caliphate, he put it there, this is have nothing to do with Islam, the crescent moon. The crescent moon is not the symbolic of Allah. Allah himself, he chosen the crescent moon to be his sign, to start fasting for him. It's in the front of you. So the word shahr does not mean month, as the Muslim translate here. And here you see the hypocrisy. Why they translate the word shahr here as month, and then he translated as crescent moon? Because both words is the same word. Look, this is the word shahr here, and this is the word shahr here. So how you translate the word once as month and once as moon, specifically crescent moon? Let us move it here, hold on. So this is the word shahr here, and this is the word shahr here. Same word. In the same translation, the first word shahr translated as month, the second word shahr translated as crescent moon. For it is the crescent moon. And then, if you look at the title, it says, how the ancient God Allah become a servant for Muhammad. Now we understand that this is the ancient God, it exists. Even the Muslim, they say, and they agree, that the pagan Arab, you ask them, who is the Arab before Muhammad, Quraysh? They say pagan. Okay, what they worship? They say idols. But in fact, the Arab, they worship Allah. There's a video made by this guy, his name is Sheikh Hakim, something like that, the funny guy. You will find that the word mushrikun or mushrikeen all over the Quran. And you will find that the Quran says, as an example, that the people of the book are not the same as the mushrikeen. But in different verse, Muhammad, when he gave up from them, he called the Christian mushrikeen too. Mushrikeen mean those who worship somebody beside Allah. Read carefully with me here. Neither those who disbelieve among the people of the scriptures, between the bracket, the Jews and the Christians, nor al-mushrikeen. What the heck are mushrikeen? How? So now the Christian and the Jews are not the mushrikeen. So who is the mushrikeen? Muhammad people. And Muhammad was one of them. Why they are called mushrikeen? Because they believe in gods beside Allah. Who is those gods? It's just to get close to Allah, which means those are small gods. They pray to them so they can get close to Allah. That's all. Allah still is the biggest God for them. So Muhammad is still the pagan before Islam, and after Islam nothing changed. They believe in Allah before Islam, the Arab. They believe in Allah after Islam, nothing changed. So what Muhammad did? Muhammad supposedly, after he learned from the Jews and the Christians, and he started merging some of the knowledge he learned from the Jews, trying to come with monotheism as the Jews. But how Muhammad he learned about monotheism? Maybe his God taught him? No. Even Muhammad himself, he get himself busted. You will notice that the first time Muhammad he learned about monotheism, it was from a Jew. Once a Jew, he came to Muhammad and he said to him, you are a mushrik, you are a pagan. Read carefully, this is not me saying that. And this is sahih. What make it more horrible, this is all is authentic. A Jewish man schooling the pagan Muhammad about who is mushrik, how to worship the one God. So, as we see in the story here, it says, let us read one of them. This is Sahih Muslim, sorry, Sunan al-Nasai, and let us show you the reference. Hadith number 3773. It was narrated from Abdullah ibn Yasir, from, that a Jew came to the Prophet and said, read carefully what the Jew he said to him. You are setting up rivals to Allah, between two bracket. He said to him, to God, and associating other with him. What is the accusation? What the Jew is accusing Muhammad. People tell me, what is the Jew accusing Muhammad of? He is associating others with him. With who? With God. How? He said to him, you say, whatever Allah wills, and you will. And you say, by the Kaaba. Until that time, Muhammad, he is teaching his followers a wrong statement, which is shirk, which is pagan statement. A Jewish guy walked by, he said to him, Habibi Muhammad, Habibi. What's wrong with you, Habibi Muhammad? Habibi Muhammad, you are a mushrik, Habibi. You are pagan, Muhammad, Habibi. You stone, Habibi. You will notice that Muhammad, he did not argue with the Jew, says, no, you are wrong. Muhammad, he ordered his followers to do as the Jew he said. So the Prophet commanded them if they wanted to swear an oath to say by the Lord of the Kaaba, not by the Kaaba, and to say whatever Allah wills, then what you will. Here you ask yourself, well, where was the God of Muhammad all this time, did not correct him? A Jewish walking by, he is correcting the idiot Muhammad and teaching him about monotheism, and Muhammad he agree, and now he is teaching his followers to do as the Jews say. So Muhammad in the time of the Jews, in front of the Jews, he was nothing but a pagan person, and Muhammad could not deny it. Actually, Muhammad, he took the command from the Jew and ordering his followers to do as the Jews say. Any Muslim have a comment? Anyone? You know, imagine, the disciple of Jesus, they are teaching wrong, and then a Jew walk by and he teach them how to do things, and they agree that they are wrong, and yet they claim that they are sent by Jesus. Or imagine somebody claiming to be prophet of God, God he sent him, and then a little Jew, God knows who is he, is schooling a prophet of God, and the prophet, he took what he say for granted. And Muhammad, by the way, always he copied the Jews. As an example, once Muhammad was praying, Muhammad is mentally ill, actually. Look at this hadith here. Muhammad, he claimed that when he walked in the street, there's a rock. She said to him, Assalamu alaikum, Prophet. It happened all the time to Muhammad. Different hadith says that the trees, the stones, the rocks, when they see the Prophet of Allah, they say to him, Assalamu alaikum. But nobody heard it except him. If you look at this hadith, you will see Muhammad saying the following. Muhammad was, doing a funeral business, This one is Hassan. We will take the Hassan, which means good. The hadith. Excuse me. The Messenger of Allah used to stand up for a funeral, and the corpse was placed on the grave. A learned Jew, listen carefully. A learned Jew, a rabbi, once passed by and said, "This is how we do it." The Jewish man, he agreed. This is how we do it. Look what Muhammad did. Muhammad, he ordered his followers right away, immediately, and he said, sit down, act differently. Like, what the heck? You ask yourself, what is the problem? It says in front of us, he used, which means God knows how many funerals Muhammad he did in the same method. A Jewish walking by, he says, this is how we do it. What the response of Muhammad? Sit down, act differently. Muhammad is terrified. He's making a poop in his panty. He got busted. Right away, he understand what the Jew he meant. You are copying us, you idiot. You think we do not know? So now Muhammad, because he have a needle in his bum, he felt right away the accusation, and he knew he's a fraud, because if this is how, if we ask the Muslims, Muhammad used to pray in certain way, standing when the corpse is put down in the grave. Who taught him that? If you say Allah, well, how he can change it? So what if the Jew, he said, this is how we do it? This is the most funny, stupid thing ever. So imagine I'm praying in certain way to Jesus, and then a Jew, he walk by, And he said to me, this is how we do it. So what's the problem? But because he knew he is a thief, he is copying from the Jews, immediately he changed the way he prayed. And what is the excuse? Even he exposed himself more. He said, sit down, act differently from them. So what the point? We need to act differently. How that can be a prophet of God? So the prayer Muhammad was praying here, who is the one who gave him command to change it? Allah? It's just a Jew. He just said to him, this is how we do it. A second ago. A second after, sit down, act differently. What if Muhammad was having sex with his wife and a Jew, he saw him doing it as all a human they do, and then he said to him, this is how we do it. So what Muhammad will do? He will act differently. What if Muhammad is eating using his mouth and a Jew walk by and he says, this is how we do it? So because Muhammad, he knew he is a thief, he don't have a religion. This guy is copying from here, from there, from everywhere. And he is creating a new cult, mixed of many religion. And you know, look at the answer of Mansour. Mansour, why you don't call me my friend? I mean, I think you will be the best. His name is Mansour, which means victorious. I can tell you are always victorious, Mansour. I can tell who is washing dishes at home. Look what Mansour said. Why it does matter if someone gave him a suggestion. What the heck? He did not give him a suggestion. He said to him, this is how we do it. And if you are saying about worshiping one God, are you saying to me that the Jew, he was suggesting to Muhammad to worship God in the correct way and Allah was mute? All those years Muhammad is doing the wrong thing. And then a Jew, he schooled your prophet and he told him what to do? What's matter is that we have a truth of God. Do you Christian have a truth when you gospel stories don't match? Well, why you don't call me and tell me about the gospel story don't match? Like what? Like the stupid Uthman, he says to you, one it says that Judas, he died because his belly exploded, and the other verse says he was hanged. This is because you are stupid. The guy was hanged there for many days and then he fell down because his body decayed. You Muhammadan illiterate like your prophet. Mansour, you are a person who believes that shaitan take hair from your anus. So I cannot explain to you unless you prove to me that your anus is under attack. I mean, even when you speak is stupid. Isn't it the Quran confirmed the book between our hands? So how you Muslim, you say different stories and the Quran confirm it? Are you saying to me that your God Allah is stupid and he confirmed our book, and you Muslims are more stupid than Allah and you deny our book? If we go right now to the Quran, we will find Allah saying the following. Read. I forgot, you're an idiot, like your prophet. Chapter 2, verse number 89. It says what? Confirming what is with them. So how you say we have different account of the same story, but your God confirming what is with us? Are you going to say now, sit down, act differently? So those idiots, you see them in YouTube, saying there is error in the Bible, and then their Quran says the Bible is no error. And not only that, one of the stupid things the Muslims they come to us with when they say that the Bible is corrupted. Do you know what does that mean? Don't argue with them, just laugh, says, the Bible of Allah. Right away you will see how the Muslim face will become like a lizard face. Because the Muslim, they believe, according to the stupid Muhammad, that Allah is the one who sent the Torah and the Injil. So what's my problem? A Muslim saying to me that his God always gets screwed. He sent books, he cannot protect them. What's my business? It's not my book. You see, the book of God is not my book, not your book. This is the book of God. So if you're a stupid God, he say he sent the book and he could not protect his book, that means he's no God. Here we go. Chapter 3, verse number 3. And just to make it more funny, chapter 3 is Alu Imran. The stupid Muhammad, he think that Imran is the grandfather of Jesus. Solve this problem now. But Imran, or Amram, is the father of Moses donkey. But that is a different story. Here it says, it is he who sent down the book. Okay, which book? Between two brackets, the Quran. To you, Muhammad. Okay, wonderful. With the truth, confirming what came before it. Look at the stupid God. He confirmed it. And then he sent down the Torah and the Gospel. So a Muslim, Abdul, he says to us that the Torah, brother, the Torah and the Gospel are changed, brother. Well, here we go. You are giving a finger to Allah. You are saying that Allah, he is a stupid God. He sent books. He cannot protect them. I have 4 books. You cannot change my books. I challenge you. You cannot. Can you? What kind of religion this religion is? So when a Muhammadan, he said to you, your book is corrupted, laugh at him and says, you mean the book of Allah. And not only this, the stupid Muhammad, he decide that the book of Allah is the Injil. But this is the Greek book. Like, what the heck? Isn't it the Quran says we never send the messenger except in the language of his people? So why Allah, he sent to Jesus, who was sent to the Jews, a book in Greek, if he is only sent to the Jews according to the Quran and the Muslims? Injil? You ask the Muslims what Injil mean, they don't know. They have no idea. Thieves. This is the religion of thief Muhammad. The thief Muhammad, he still named. They do not know what Injil mean. Okay, what Torah mean? Hey Muslim, what Torah mean? They don't know. Okay, why he call it Torah? We don't know. Allah knows best. Oh boy. Do we have any Muhammadan want to say anything? Any Muhammadan? Any half Muhammadan? After we finish and we hang up, the Muslim, they will say, Christian Prince, we challenge you to debate us. Come to our channel. Go right now on your channel. Open your channel. Give me your Skype. I will call you. I mean, doesn't matter my channel, your channel. You are making excuse. You are a person whose diaper is full of poo-poo, and you think if you change location, the poo-poo is going to become a cake. It doesn't matter where you go. The poo-poo is a poo-poo. Sit down, act differently. The same as Mansour. We say, Mansour, shall we show you the tafsir? He says, not the bent. The bent, okay, the bent. I feel like I'm talking to grandma, and do you like to drink coffee now? Or depend, you know, let us wait. Oh, as long as we are talking about grandma, with my respect to all the grandma, I remember the one of amazing, you know, man, amazing chapters in the Quran. I don't know how I can deliver this verses for you. It's impossible. It must be made by the true God. You know? You see the true God, brother? Yeah. Look at this verse. Chapter 66, verse number 3. I call it the chapter of the gossip. Brothers and sisters, let us introduce to you the gossip of Muhammad house. And remember, when the Prophet SAWS FM shortwave disclosed a matter of in confidence to one of his wives, Hafsa. So when she told it to other wife, Aisha, and Allah made it known to him, like what the heck? He informed part thereof and left a part. Like what? And then when he told her, Hafsa, thereof, she said, who told you this? He said, all knower, the all aware Allah. Like what the heck is that? And now I understand why nobody can make Quran like this Quran. So when the wife of Muhammad Susu, she told Mumu, Mumu told Susa, Susa told he told Sisa, Sisa told Kaka, and Kaka told Mama, and Mama, she went to Dudu, and Dudu told Huhu, and Huhu come back to the Prophet, and the Prophet was inspired by Allah, and he told them some of the gossip, not all of it. What the heck is that? That is God? If this is God, what is Joe Biden then? I mean, Biden, he make more sense. You know the thing? So when Muhammad, he told the thing to his wife about the thing she told him about the thing, she told the other wife about the thing, and the other wife, she told the other thing about the thing, and then Allah, he made, what is even making more and more, like more silly, and Allah made it known to him. That's deep. Oh boy. Who can make Quran like this Quran? Nobody. Nobody know, nobody know, nobody know, nobody. Allah made it known to him, brother. And all this story about Muhammad, he was having sex with the maid. He promised her, if you shut up your mouth, I will make your father the caliphate. After me. This is God? Are you sure? What the heck? That's so deep. I think Aflaton, if you read this, his brain will be exploding. Imagine we give this just verse from the Quran to Aflaton. And I say, Aflaton, the Greek philosopher, can you, with your philosophy, explain what's going on? Aflaton will say, don't let me involve with women gossip, please. So the Prophet told the wife she told the other wife told the other wife, and the other wife told the other wife, and then Allah, he made some of it known to it, and then Allah, he informed part what? He informed part thereof, and left a part. What is killing me? Why Allah, he left the part? Why? I mean, I want to know why he left the part. Come on. He left a part? Which part? Susu told Mumu part, or maybe told Susu? What the heck is that? Who of you is here first time? If you are here first time, don't forget to subscribe. If you are here second time, don't forget to unsubscribe. Because according to Allah, the one who subscribed to Christian Prince is doing evil deeds. But if you unsubscribe, brother, Allah will give you double deeds, so you will win. So keep subscribing, subscribing. Well, look at the logic of stupidity. You rape a woman, and then you make a donation. Allah will give you double deed. That's good. Oh boy. Do we have any Abdul? If you are here first time, I feel sorry for you, because that's it, you're stuck. You will be here always, and you will be addicted. Our program is very, very, very much a lot of education. In the same time, it's fun. I mean, you will get fat. Just wait. You will laugh a lot. You know, they say, oh, look, Mansour is talking. Hold on. Stop the chat. Mansour is giving birth. Hey Mansour, do you remember the story of the guy who played with the miswak in his anus? And then according to the Muslims, Allah, he made him give birth to a rat after 9 months? Mansour, be honest. Is that you, that person? So Mansour, he go, like when he asked him the question, he go mute. After 10 hours, he come back. Look what he said. First of all, the Bible of today is not the same as the one back then. Okay, but back then? Wonderful. That's mean they have the book back then, you idiot. So you Muslims should have it in the Quran, with the Quran, because this is the book of Allah. You see how stupid you are? Look what Mansour he did. Poo-poo. Poo-poo maker. Poo-poo. Paparino. Now I know where pepperoni is coming from, but pepperoni in the Islamic style. Look what he just did. So he said, at that time, he trying to fix it, how Allah confirming the book between their hands. But that's mean all the Christians in the world, their books between their hands is the same. And all of us, we knew that this is 600 years after Jesus. And we have those copies all over. So you just condemn your prophet and you proved again that you are making poo-poo. Now, in the top of that, you did not solve the problem. If Allah is the one who sent the Bible and then the Bible been changed, that means Allah could not preserve the Bible even after Muhammad. That means Muhammad don't care. That means Muhammad is a false prophet, because shouldn't Muhammad, he preserved the book at that time, which you agreed that at that time, back then was good book? Shouldn't Muhammad have a copy and you Muslim keep it? This is why we say Muslims are priceless. You know, they put Mansour brain in eBay and the auction was going crazy. Like there's a very famous philosopher, his name Gog and Magog. His brain was sold for $10. Very, very smart. And then Mansour, his brain like 10 million, 20 million, 50 million. And I was wondering why in the world they are, you know, why the auction is going crazy in Mansour brain. They say it because it's never been used. This is a brand new brain. It's Mansour brain. Nice to meet you, Mansour. You know, Mansour, what if you call me and I will give you $10? What do you think? A Muslim, he is saying to me, this is a Muhammadan saying to me, guys, look at this. Let me copy for you what this Abdul is saying. Why does the Bible God allow sex slave number 31, 17, 18 educate us? Why Christian Prince is being selective? Potato. You see, we are not like Muslims. We run away from questions. We laugh at your questions. Show me where it says sex slaves. Go ahead. I challenge you in front of everybody where it says sex slave. Go ahead. You are the one who mentioned the book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 17, 18. You Muslims are a bunch of liars. However, sex slave is in the Quran. You see, when you mention something, you have to prove it. Potato, like your father Muhammad. We go in the Quran, it says, we type this, the word, malakat aymanakum. What you can do with them? You can use them for prostitution. If you force them, Allah is all merciful. Chapter 24, verse number 33. Potato. Let me call him. Maybe he's a man. Shall we? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. So you are against slavery, my friend?
Yeah, of course I am.
So the Quran approves slavery or not?
Yeah, who told you I am a potato? Okay,
So
you
what?
assume,
So
right?
you are against the Quran?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a Muslim against the Quran.
No, I'm not a Muslim. Who told you I'm
So
Muslim?
what is your religion?
Does it matter to you?
It matter because we are talking about religion. Why not? Do you have a secret religion?
Yeah, let it be secret.
So what is your religion, if you don't mind?
It is a secret religion.
Ah, it's a secret. Okay. Well, I'm going to have a secret conversation with you then. I don't have time for kids. You know, I said to myself, a Muslim taking my call, that is that's my lucky day. It turned to be the guy, he already left Islam. Potato. You see, if you go in the Old Testament, we are talking about people thousands and thousands of years ago. And we are talking about the nation themselves, they've been enslaved. Those people, they themselves been enslaving them. The nation of, actually even the story mentioned in the Quran. The Jews been enslaved. So when we talk about the rule of war, at that time, we are talking about they themselves, they were victims of slavery. Their enemy took their women, their children, even they took their Torah. They destroyed their towns and their cities. And the Jews, they practice eye for an eye. What you do to me, I do to you. So when you say, how come the Jews, they can't do that? The Jews did not take sex slaves. You're a liar. A Jewish man, if he want to have a woman, he have to marry her, and he cannot sell her. She's not for sale. There's two kinds of slavery in the Old Testament. There's a slavery of a person give himself as a slave, like I borrow money from you, and then I cannot pay you back. Then I offer my service for you for a maximum of 7 years. You cannot sell me, you cannot buy me, you cannot do anything. This is not for sale. And there's other form of slavery, which is from the war. Now, you can come with like different form of slavery, but we are talking about thousands of years ago, and those people, they are surviving. This is why if a person, he broke a tooth of his slave, he have to release him. He have to free him. If they capture women from the enemy, they force her to shave so the man will not be tempted by her beauty. And if he want to have her, he have to marry her, not to rape her. In the Quran, you can rape the women. You know, always when we understand things, you have to judge. I don't judge Muhammad because he have slaves. No. I judge Muhammad for he have evil intention of slavery. I can say the guy, he is born in a society, well, everybody have a slave. Abraham himself have a slave. Abraham himself have a slave. But he married her as a slave. And he have a child from her. Muhammad, he ordered his men to go and attack the neighbors just for the sake of a blondie woman. He said, attack the Roman so you can get the blondie girls. Do we have any Muhammadan? There's a guy, his name is Daniel. He said in the video, which one is better, to own somebody or to rent somebody? So according to him, to own somebody is better than renting somebody. This is today. We're not talking about centuries ago. Anyway, if you are here first time, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a Muslim cleric, a sheikh with long beard, big beard, he have the courage to come and debate me. You will treat him nicely. I will call him, or he can call me, and let the whole world judge. We have Safaraz calling. Hey Safaraz, how are you?
Hello, mister. You okay, yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you?
Good.
Why you are okay, Safaraz? What happened?
I am okay because I am sure of my salvation. I am
Okay. That's a good topic. He is sure of his salvation, but isn't it your prophet? He says that he cannot trust the mockery, the makr Allah.
What was that?
Your prophet says that he don't trust Allah.
He does.
He don't.
Why doesn't he?
Okay, let us read the hadith
Yeah.
together. Okay, hold on. Let us read the hadith together. What do you want? Are you laughing at your prophet?
I'm laughing at we Muslims are going to be the successful ones on the day of judgment, inshallah.
What will happen in the day of judgment?
On the day of judgment is going to be 50,000 years for you disbelievers and a few hours for us lot.
So
The Muslims and being
so the Quran is lying.
no,
Because the Quran says وَمَا مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Do you understand what it says?
if you say it English,
You are a person who speak to Allah in Arabic, but you don't know what I said.
but I'm not. But I'm not Arab.
Okay, don't waste my time. Read with me. It's in the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, read. Go ahead. What hello?
The screen is gone. The screen's not even there.
The screen is gone. Did you say inshallah?
Wait. Oh no, the screen's there. It says the messenger of Allah says, follow the right path of faith strictly and this the dead path, and keep in mind that none of you can achieve salvation through his good actions. Someone said, not even you, O messenger. He said, not even me, unless Allah grants me his mercy and grace.
Explain. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, because he's saying you have to be good people. You can't just think that you can't just think it's easy. You just go to heaven. You have to be good, and you have to be righteous.
What do you mean, God? He just told you all your good work is useless. Your good deed. What is good deed? What is good deed in Islam? Go tell me.
Good deeds is everything, like helping a poor.
Is it praying to Allah is a good deed?
Praying to Allah is a good deed, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. He just said to you that your prayer is a waste. Yeah, cough more. Yeah.
No, I've always got a cough.
You just say the prayer is a good deed, right? So your action, all of it is false. You pray, you fast Ramadan, you go to jihad, you hate the Christian, you want to kill them, you want to kill the Jews, you want to kill the Hindus. All the good action according to Islam is a waste of time, because it's not you. It's about it's up to Allah. If He like, there's no grant. You said to me when you called me that we are granted to go to heaven. Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but here it says no. Why you said to me you are granted to go to heaven? Why you said to me that?
Because I've got a hadith that says whoever believes in Muhammad and Jesus, they will go to heaven.
So okay. So your prophet here is lying in different hadith. This is a contradiction. I can show you the Quran says that those who do good deeds, for them there is heaven, there is rivers, right? In the Quran.
Yes.
Okay. So is here your prophet himself contradicting himself in the Quran?
Which hadith is it? What's the name of this hadith?
This is Da'if hadith.
Is it Da'if?
Yeah, it says here, written by Trump, may Allah bless him.
Listen, I've got hadith that says...
Hold on. Why you are laughing? So you Muslims, you read hadith in the screen, and you are telling me which hadith is that? You read it. You tell me. I don't know. I'm opening your website. How we know who wrote it? Maybe Trump, because you Muslims, you have books. Nobody knows. Do you have the book of Sahih Muslim? You don't. Do you have the book of Al-Bukhari? You don't. So how you call this hadith Bukhari book?
Listen,
listen. I'm asking you. Do you have Al-Bukhari book?
At home, no. But
No, I'm not asking you at home. Don't be an idiot now. I'm asking you. Do you Muslim, all of you in the world, do you have
Yeah,
the book of Al-Bukhari?
yes.
No, you don't. Nobody have it.
What do you mean they don't have it?
Nobody have it. There's no such a book.
See, the Bukhari's all over the world. It's
There's
everywhere.
no Bukhari. The book you have right now is according to somebody claimed that he was a student of Al-Bukhari. But nobody have Al-Bukhari and nobody have Muslim.
Come on, they've got the chains. They've got
I'm
the
not,
chains.
come on, don't tell me, come on, challenge me. Here we go. Go and find me the book of Al-Bukhari, where we can find it.
Are the shops? You go to a shop and
No, this
buy
is not
one.
his book. This is not his book. I just
got
told
evidence.
you. I just told you this is not his book. The guy Al-Bukhari never wrote a book. You Muslims don't have his book. Okay, if you have it, show it to me. This is the book you have. The book you have, according to Al-Bukhari, Muslim memorized. No, you don't have a book of Al-Bukhari.
They've compiled his work. They've compiled his work.
Okay, thank you. So you don't have his book.
But they've compiled his work. Obviously,
No,
his
no,
book,
okay. So you are saying to me, a bunch of Abdul, they gather in the speaker corner. I says that I heard from Mimi, from Susu, from Dudu, from Tutu, from Kuku, from Trump, that he said that Al-Bukhari said.
Yes, but they got evidence for it. They got evidence. They got the. They
Okay,
got the,
okay.
chain of
Listen.
narration.
You know, Safaraz, you are a special person. Honestly, you are really special. Let me show you something. Do you Muslims follow Muhammad command?
Yes, we do.
So is Al-Bukhari something important to have?
If it's a Sahih, yes. If it's a Hadith,
It's important to have. Okay. So you're a prophet, he said. Anyone who write from me anything beside the Quran, he should erase it. Explain to me how we can solve this problem. You just said to me it's very important to have the Hadith of Al-Bukhari.
If you what? Repeat that again.
Repeat again. Cough. Here it says
No.
that the prophet said, don't take down anything, which means don't write anything down from me. And he who took it down, anything from me, except the Quran, he should efface that and narrate from me. So only Quran we can write down.
Do not take down anything from me, and he took down anything from me, except the Quran. He should see the narrate for me. There is no harm in it, and he who attribute any falsehood to me, and he should not efface.
How smart you Muslims are.
Do not take down anything from me, and he took down it from me, except the Quran. He should efface it and narrate from me.
A great example of stupidity. Your prophet just told you, don't write hadith, and then you said, the prophet said, don't write hadith. But isn't this is hadith itself? I mean, the guy, he just told you, don't write anything I say except the Quran. And then you Muslim, you write hundreds of books about the hadith, yet the prophet said, don't write. And not only that, would make it more stupid. I mean, they are writing what he just said about not to write. He told you don't write what I say.
But it says there there is no harm in it.
What do you mean no harm? It says efface it. It says efface it.
Yeah, but so why did it say for there
No,
is no
speak
harm?
about me, but don't write down about me. Speak about me, no problem. Hadithu anni. He didn't say write
there's
about
harm.
me.
No, but he's saying you can write, but he says don't attribute any.
No. He says don't write. Read carefully. Abdul, listen. Don't take down anything from me. And then he who took it down, anything from me except the Quran, he should efface. What efface mean?
Yeah, take it away. Yeah.
Erase, right? Erase, efface. It must be written, something written. Huh?
You should face it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
all your history about your prophet is a fraud.
He should efface that and narrate from me. But he says he should efface that and narrate from me.
What do you mean narrate from me?
He says there.
No,
he
you
should-
see, narrate. This is stupid translation. It says here, ومن كتب عني غير القرآن فليمحوه وحدثوا عني ولا حرج. حدثوا عني, not narrate from me. حدثوا عني, speak about me, and don't worry. Speak about me. حدثوا. You can take Abdul. You can copy right now. Huh? We can copy this and we can take it to Google Translation. وحدثوا عني ولا حرج. Okay, what about you call your sheikh who speak Arabic to join us right now? Safaraz.
Which sheikhs, man? No sheikhs available.
What do you mean? What do you mean sheikh? What they are doing? What they are doing? Eating hummus? Why each time I talk to you, you don't have any sheikh available?
Because I don't need those sheikhs. I don't need those sheikhs with
okay, but you don't understand what it says. You say to me, it says narrate. How he says don't write down what I say, and then here it says and narrate from me, which mean report about me. About me, speak about me. حدثوا عني. حدثوا. You know what hadith mean?
Hadith, yeah.
Talk about me, but don't write anything down about me. Only Quran.
Except the Quran, he should have faced that and narrate for me, and there is no harm and here which will be false to me. Well, it's happened, innit? They've actually wrote.
Okay, hold on. So now, should we write about Muhammad? Should we write the hadith or not?
Well, if he said don't write, then no.
So why are you Muslim writing it?
I never.
What do you mean you never? Abdul, what's wrong with you? A second ago I asked you, is it important to have Al-Bukhari? You said yes, it's very important.
Well, these people who wrote it, they've wrote it years after him, long time after him. I don't know what's happened.
So you know,
but the main thing is you asked me about salvation.
Okay.
Yeah?
So explain the Quran to me. Okay, how the Quran says وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَرِدُهَا. Not a single one of you, but he will enter hell.
No, it says go over hell. That means over
If you can show me where it says go over it, I will shave my 20-foot beard.
What's that verse called? What's that verse called again? You say you can go over the hell.
So you are answering me, but you don't even what the verse mean. You do not know what verse we're talking about. And listen. You see how the Muslim they act? You gave me the correct answer supposedly, but you don't even know what verse I'm talking about.
But the main thing is
you see why Muslims what you do? Read with me. Let me show it. Chapter 19, verse number 71. وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Not a single one of you, but he will enter hell. Shall we go and read the interpretation? Mansour, he said to me, why you don't read the interpretation? What do you think? Shall we go to the interpretation?
Put in English, please.
Shall we go and read the interpretation? Yes or no?
Yes, no. Put the verse in English, I said.
In English, it says you will pass over it. In Yusuf Ali translation.
Over it, yeah? Over it.
Okay, what is the word over it in the Arabic Quran?
No. You don't teach the Arab scholars. Arab scholars say they'll go over it.
Yusuf,
go over it.
Did you watch the video of Yasser Qadi? He was saying that Yusuf Ali don't speak Arabic?
Okay, Yasser Qadi. I don't care about him. He's not a scholar.
Okay, here we go. I changed the translator. It says pass through it. This is translation of Wahyuddin Khan. I just changed the translator. Look what happened. The new Quran now. It says there's not one of you but shall pass through it.
Pass over it. It says over it.
No, through it. Read it.
Wahidun. Why on earth are you going to Wahidun for?
It says, read, it says, and they're not one of you but shall pass through it. It's a decree from Allah.
One verse says go through it, and most of them say goes over it.
What verse? There's only one verse, idiot. What we're talking about? There's only one verse.
These.
Shall we go and read the interpretation? Is that okay?
Sahih International. That's the one that
What's Sahih International? What's Sahih? We are reading Quran, Abdul. What's Sahih International? What's wrong with you? You want translation of Sahih International?
Sahih International, yeah, that is a main one. That's a main.
Okay, let's go to Sahih International. Hold on. So you accept Sahih International?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Read it. This is Sahih International. Yeah. What you will do now?
But there's not even pass through it. Pass through it. But what does pass through it
says, and there is none of you except he will come to it. This is the one you like. This is Sahih International Translation.
Right, let me read it. And there is none will come to it. It says he will come to it.
Okay, come to it. What does that mean?
Wait,
You are coming to hell. Welcome to hell,
Wait.
brother. Welcome to hell. You will come to it.
You are a liar.
You
are
are
a
coming.
liar.
You are coming to it. Coming to where? To hell.
No, it doesn't say go in. They're going to pass over hell. That's a hadith.
What pass over it? It says coming to it.
But coming to it does not mean going in it.
What? You are coming to hell. You are not coming to. You are not going to hell.
Mispoinder. You are mispoinder.
Okay. Abdul, listen. Why we don't read the interpretation? What's wrong?
Brother, we know from our scholars who always teach this verse. They say we're going to pass over.
No problem. As long as you mention, the scholars. Let us see the scholars. Can we? Why you keep saying the word scholar, but you don't want me to show you the scholars?
But my teacher tells me is me over a bridge, over hell.
Ibn Abbas is the highest scholar ever. He's the cousin of your prophet, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, read carefully what it says, Ibn Abbas. Why always read?
There is not one of you but shall approach it. There is not a single one of you, exclusion of prophets and messengers, save that will enter it, i.e. hell. Audience.
So you will enter hell.
Not mine. That's not my son. That's not my scholar.
This is Ibn Abbas. This is the only real scholar. The rest are potatoes. This is the cousin of your prophet, and your prophet, he prayed to Allah. He says, may Allah make Ibn Abbas the ink of knowledge of Islam. So are you saying to me your prophet, he chose him wrongly? Oh, you're laughing at Muhammad now? Safaraz, shame on you.
CB, there's many of this verse.
Safaraz, what your dad and your mom will say about you laughing at your prophet? Come on.
Listen, you have to understand, you have to go to the verse.
What understand? It says, did Ibn Abbas, is he a Muslim or is he a Jew?
He was Muslim, obviously.
Okay. Is he the cousin of your prophet? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Is he the uncle or the cousin? Forget about this one. So that he will enter i.e. hell.
Well, we've questioned
our graduation, not even single one of you, but he will enter hell. Listen, Zafar, honestly, I like speaking to you because you are a person of knowledge. And what is driving me not that the Quran discover things nobody knows. I heard that. I don't know. Do you know anything the Quran discover nobody knows? Besides that Muslim will go to hell? The Big
Bang is in the Quran.
The Big Bang. Where is in the Quran the Big Bang?
I'm not a half-first I know verses by heart. That's him.
So you don't remember the Quran, you remember the word Big Bang?
The doctor is the key next to half-first. Ask him.
The Koran Yuka. Okay, he said. Oh boy. What is the word? What is the Big Bang in the Quran? You Muslims are really crazy. Okay, hold on. So according to the Big Bang, how many million years it took the Big Bang to happen? Billion years, right?
Billions.
All right. Yes. So it's not Saturday and Sunday and etc., right? It's not 6 days. Knows it. What do you mean?
There were no such days at that time. There were no days at that time.
Okay, but do you confirm what the atheists, they say it is billions of years? Do you agree with them?
I don't agree with no atheists. Atheists are hypocrites.
So you agree with who? The one who came with the Big Bang is the atheist.
No. They don't. It was in the Quran already.
No. It's in the Quran already. No, the atheist is the one. You are copying even their name. The Big Bang is in the Quran. It says Big Bang.
But the description.
Does the Quran say the sentence or the phrase Big Bang, or this is what the atheists they say?
Yeah, it's the same kind
so
of
the
thing.
Big Bang, it took millions of years, hundreds of millions of years, billions of years, And you said you agree with that, correct?
Nobody knows exact. Nobody knows exact
So
years.
it's not 6
exact,
days. It's not 6 days. Do you agree or not?
Not 6 days. What do you mean it's not 6
So
days?
do you
No,
believe in
no.
the Big Bang, or you believe in 6 days of creation?
We believe that the heaven and earth was one joint entity, and it exploded, and
Okay.
everything was created.
In the Quran it says that?
Chapter 9, I think it's chapter 9, verse 30. I think I don't know which verse it is. One of the verses. It says, heaven and earth one, and we made it.
So in the Quran it says that there used to be one entity and they exploded?
Yes, 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 yes. The heaven and earth.
That's deep. How come I never heard
You know,
this before?
Well, I don't know where you're living and which cave you're living in.
Okay. Well, if you can show me the word exploded in the verse, I will explode live on air. Can you show it to me?
No, everything. No, I said everything was one, and then it's all split. You all split.
I'm
open.
asking you, does it say that the word explosion exploded?
No, but I'm just gonna example of what happened. It's split.
Okay.
Split open.
But the verse you choose for me, it says that there was earth and there was heaven, correct?
Heavens
and earth, they will exist. They used to be attached as heaven as earth.
Chapter 9. Is it chapter 9 verse 30, is it?
No, chapter 21.
Chapter 9,
Do you want to call a friend to help you?
No.
Okay.
I deal with all you lot myself. It's too easy, you lot.
Yeah, very easy, I can tell. However, you can cough when you are like in trouble. It's okay, just to buy time. Yeah. So read it. What are you doing?
Wait, let me.
It says, "Don't the disbelievers known?"
It says, have those who have disbelieved not considered that the heavens and earth were a joint entity, and we separate them.
All right. Are they separated? Is the earth separated from the sky?
Well, everything was one.
The what?
It says everything was one. The heavens and the earth.
Are we separated from the sky? Is the earth separated? Or we are inside the sky?
We are not inside the sky now.
We are not. Where are we now?
We are under the sky.
We are what?
We are under the skies above us.
We are under the sky. So now the one who they are in, it is nighttime for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's daytime for people in Canada. So who is under and who is above now?
What's that? No, it's rotating. The earth's rotating.
So that's mean we are rotating inside the sky. We are not separated. We are just little dust inside the sky.
Yeah. No, we're under the
sky. So the Quran is wrong. This is number one.
No, it's not.
It's wrong because we are. So if there is little dust flying in your room, if you go in the basement, if you have a basement, you look from the window when the sun is coming, a light coming, you will see a lot of dust flying on the air. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. This is how the earth is. A little dust flying in the space. So are we inside the basement or out of the basement? We are inside the basement.
You're just making things complicated.
I'm not making it complicated. I make it simple. So the Quran is wrong. Secondly, according to your prophet, according to your God, the believer at that time, they knew this. So how this is the Big Bang? Don't they know? Actually, in Arabic it says alam yara, awlam yara, which means don't they see? It's something we can see. It's something we can see, not something happened a long time ago.
No, I'm saying do not the disbelievers see. So he's showing the disbelievers.
Yeah, at that time, in the time of Muhammad, don't they see? So it's something we can see with our naked eyes. We do not need an antenna or radar, which is made by Muslims anyway. Which one Allah created first, Safaraz? The earth or the heaven?
No, he created the universe, the earth, then earth.
No, my question is very simple. Don't give me, the prophet said to his wife, and one of the wives, she said to the other wife, and the other wife told the other wife, not to tell the other wife about what the prophet says about the wife. So listen carefully. Which one Allah created first? The sky or the earth?
I'm sure the sky, they didn't. It's the sky, I'm sure. The moon,
Are you
the
sure?
stars.
Are you sure?
Brother, I'm not expert on this kind of stuff, the earth and the skies and stuff.
Even if this one you need to be expert in it. You're expert in what? Do you change all your car by yourself, or what do you do? You're expert in nothing. So why you call me? Each time you call me, you say to me, I am not expert. And you know, you want to talk to me about salvation. You're not even your God. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you a question about science. I will ask you something very simple. Allah have 5 fingers. Why?
No, that's not important for me. That's
no. I want something. I'm giving you something very easy. Hold your fingers. 5 fingers. Allah have 5 fingers. Why?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's got 5. He's got 6, 7.
Why not 6?
It doesn't matter if he's got 100.
How the Muslim they say nothing like Allah. Well, I have 5 fingers. Allah have 5 fingers. There's many animals have 5 fingers. So how Allah He shared the same with us? Why?
But his things do not look like ours.
Ah,
He's got his own.
Okay, hold on. So the fingers of Allah, He called them fingers, but they don't look like fingers.
No. We can't comprehend how his things look like.
You can't comprehend. Okay.
Nope.
Is Allah like a tree? Is Allah like a tree?
No, not a tree. No.
Okay. Is Allah like a light?
No. Nothing can comprehend.
Is Allah like a fire from olive tree?
Listen, I told you before.
Okay.
You
You just said to me, no, but this is in the Quran. Allah, He said that He is the same as a tree, the same as a lamp in the niche, and the niche in the lamp, and the lamp firing from all the description I just told you. It's from the Quran.
Allah says to us, there is nothing like Him.
All the description which you said to me, no, all those are from the Quran. You keep saying to me, no. I said, is Allah like a tree? You said no. I said, is Allah you said no.
No, He's not. He's not like no tree. You're on drugs.
Here we go. The Quran says so. Chapter 24, verse number 35. Allah, He said, He is. I told you, is Allah like a light? You said no. Is Allah like a tree? You said no. Is Allah like a lamp? You said no. Is He like lighting from fire from olive oil? You said no. But this is how Allah described Himself in chapter 24, verse number 35. And you said no.
The lamp is a glass, a brilliant, blessed, lift from a tree, blessed and olive. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth, the parable of His light. No. Don't be trying to playing games here, man. He's talking about the light. He's giving an example that He's a light of the world.
I just said to you, like. I did not say He is. I said like a tree. You said no. I said like a lamp. You said no. I said like olive oil. You said no. It's you who said no.
Man. No, he's not. Come on, you know you're misquoting the verse there. You're a joker.
Okay, listen.
No.
Safaraz. By the way, what's Safaraz mean?
Safaraz.
Safrat means Safarat? Safrat?
Safaraz, I don't know what it means, to be honest.
You do not know what your name means too?
It doesn't matter what my name is.
Living, man. Like you woke up in the morning, you find like what happened is it was an accident. Like your mom, she call you Safaraz. Didn't you ask her all your life? Why you call me such a name? What does that mean?
Nobody asked the parents. What does my name mean?
Okay, didn't you have a curiosity to know what your name means?
It's a Muslim name. Simple.
Safaraz is a Muslim name.
Yeah.
Since when?
It's a Muslim name, isn't it?
Okay, give me one of the companion. His name is Safaraz. Go ahead.
Oh my word! How many companions?
What do you mean, or the shin of Allah? So you do not know. You are saying things you do not know. Okay, forget about this. I want you. We have 1,300, 400 people listening. Can you give me one clear proof that Muhammad is a prophet?
One clear proof.
Yeah. The best, the most strong one.
The Quran is there, but I think you have to go to Isaiah 42.
Isaiah.
You're gonna run for Isaiah 42. You're gonna run for that.
Okay, no, we can read it, no problem. But Isaiah 42 is about your prophet or about God?
About the prophet. He says, my servant, My servant.
Ah, this is about my servant. Ah, and
My
who is
servant.
and who
Listen
is
to me, listen.
okay? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So you are saying
Oh,
to
you're not
me, listen,
listening.
sorry. You are saying to me that you Muslim could not find the proof of your prophet in your book, but you are trying to find our book, which you Muslim keep saying is corrupted.
He's in the Quran, but the thing is, you are
Okay,
not
so
gonna.
I'm asking you now, can you give me a proof that your prophet is a prophet?
Well, it says it in the Quran.
Where?
Allah
Where?
says it.
I can say, I can make my Quran says I'm a prophet too. What do prophet mean? Prophet means somebody he prophesy, correct?
A prophet means he prophesied. Yeah, he
Okay,
did. He
what
did.
is what is the prophecies of Muhammad in the Quran?
Is they're not in the Quran? They're in the Hadiths.
So the prophecies of the prophet is not in the Quran. So what's the point of the
Yeah.
Quran then?
The Quran is from Allah's speech. The Hadith is from His speech.
Exactly. But the prophecy, in order to come to Muhammad, it have to come from Allah, Allah's speech. Prophecy is Allah's speech.
But the Hadith is like the New Testament. Jesus
Abdul,
speaks the New
we
Testament.
just showed you your prophet saying that he said, don't write what I say, only the Quran. So if there is a prophecy of your prophet, should be in the Quran. Okay, I found a prophecy. I need you to help me. Is it true? Somebody said to me, I don't know if it's true or not, that hail comes from mountains in heaven. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's true? There's mountains in heaven? Have hail?
Mountains in heaven. There's a lot of description in heaven. There's a lot of description.
This is not the question. I'm asking you where hail is coming from. Is it coming from the cloud or from mountains in heaven?
Wait. I'm just putting my
Do you wanna cough?
No, I'm just putting my phone on charge.
Yeah.
Right. Can you please just ask me that again, please?
Okay. Where hail is coming from?
Hell.
Is it coming from mountains in heaven or from the cloud?
Hell, he said.
Hail, like ice. Hail.
Oh, hail.
Uh-huh.
It comes from the sky, I'm showing it.
That's deep. Okay. I know from the sky. This is not the question. The question is it coming from mountains in the sky and Allah break it pieces and throw it at us? Or it happened between the cloud because of cold
What's
air?
that got to do with Isaiah 42?
Huh?
What is this got to do with Isaiah? You've changed subject. I told you Isaiah 42.
This is our book, not your book. I said, prove to me that Muhammad is a prophet in the Quran. So a prophet, listen, a prophet, he says things is true. Is that correct?
Of course he does.
Okay, but your prophet is a potato. Here we go, chapter 24, verse number 43. He claimed that Allah, he sent the hail from mountains in heaven. He break it pieces and he throw it at the one he don't like. Ouch, I just got one hail in my head. So for us, your prophet is a potato. How in the world he says such a statement? Hail is coming from mountains in heaven, and Allah, he break it pieces and he throw it at the one he don't like?
And he sends down from the sky hail like mountains in heaven's mountains and hills from where he sends down hail and strike them adverts from hails. No. This hail is not the ice. This is the hail.
What is that? What is that?
Rocks.
It's rock. It says hail.
No, the hail means hails of rocks. Stones from the
okay, what interpretation says that?
You are a deceiver. You're a big deceiver.
What interpretation says that, Safaraz? Everybody's laughing at you. Give me the name. Do Ibn Kathir agree with you? Do Ibn Kathir agree with you? Huh?
Again, Ibn Kathir, the hail does not just mean ice.
Is Al-Qurtubi agree with you? Who is the one agree with you? All of them, they say this is hail. What translation you want? What translation you want? You said to me you want Sahih International, right? Let's go to Sahih International. I mean, it's in Arabic, it's so clear. It is hail coming from mountains from heaven. So what we will do now?
Hail and mountains.
Look at the false translation here. Let us go to the interpretation so we can laugh together.
What is this going to do with
Well, if your prophet is a prophet, he will not make poo-poo like this. This is big poo-poo. This is a huge poo-poo. This is remind me of Ibn Battuta, the Muslim historian who traveled around the world, and he discovered an island have only women, and all of them they have 3 boobs. How many boobs you have? Only Muslims discover island have women have 3 boobs. Only Muslims can do that. Read carefully. This is Ibn Abbas tafsir. This is the official government website of the King of Jordan, very Islamic website, and this is your best scholar. It says that Allah he sent down from the heaven mountain wherein with hail to punish. So where is the hail coming from? Coming from mountains in heaven. This is Ibn Abbas. We change, we can go to Al-Jalalain. Are you laughing at your prophet or what?
No, bring down
I
clouds.
know, I heard you laughing. I don't know.
Between the clouds, mountains were hail. He says,
Here
and
we
with
go.
hail
He sent down from the heaven out of mountain. Read it. This is Al-Jalalain. Let us show the whole screen. This
In
is
the heavens.
this is Al-Jalalain. He sent down from the heaven out of mountains min jibalin hail. So your prophet discovered amazing discovery, which nobody can really come with that. I mean, even Biden did not do that. So there's hail. Where did you watch the movie called Avatar?
No,
You should watch it. I think your prophet he was watching that video. So according to your prophet, there's a flying mountains. All of them they are ice mountains, and Allah he break it pieces, and he throw ice on us. How the prophet discovered this? What do you think? Isn't this amazing?
He sends down from the heavens out of mountains, Jibalin mean in next to that. Heaven, out of the mountains. These translations, honestly, there's so many translations.
Ah, you Muslim have many lies, you mean? So you Muslim, you lie to each other in the translation, right? I agree. Never trust a Muslim translation, they lie.
But you ask me, yeah, you ask me which
Safaraz, call me tomorrow. It's okay. You know,
no, see,
your time is up. Come on. I feel sorry for you. Why you don't bring your sheikh to call me? I mean, that said, the prophet is a prophet. He is the one who discovered that women have a semen coming from their breast. That's why I'm still single. You don't want to go to the bedroom. Your wife, she take off her bra. What the heck? She have a breast testicles. Hell no. The only prophet who discovered that women have a sperm coming from their ribs and where the top ribs. I mean, the women really are hiding secret from us. And we men, we think that we are the one who have testicles only. It turned to be that women testicles are way bigger. And not only that, they do plastic surgery for them too. And they make them bigger and bigger and bigger to the point they can smash a concrete with it. Did you see the bodyguard of Al-Qaddafi? She had big, huge boobs, man. It turned to be those are testicles. Who discovered that except Prophet of Allah? Nobody can do that. And the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone. This is why once, by mistake, I hit somebody in his ass. Until now, he cannot have babies. I broke his backbone. Do you know the song? It says, backbone, backbone. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I come for you? It's coming from Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. The prophet who discovered that the earth is flat, and Allah, he put mountains in the top of it to make it not to shake. And he discovered that Suleiman, he have a flying carpet, can carry 600,000 chairs. I mean, come on. American airline, for the sake of the shin of Allah, can you buy one of those? I'm sick of your chair. They give you a chair in the size of a mosquito, and your legs cannot even fit in. 600,000 chairs in the top of a flying carpet of Suleiman. This is not fair. I mean, give us a part of it. The whole world will fly. I'm sure many of you is convinced that the Prophet of Allah is true prophet. If you did not subscribe yet, please subscribe for the sake of Safaraz, because Safaraz now will be upset if you don't subscribe. Safaraz? Yeah, okay. Safaraz saying, if you subscribe to Christian Prince, Allah will give you endless private part. I mean, Safaraz, how in the world do Muslim believe that your penis will be endless? How you can even walk with it? Are you going to walk backward? I mean, it's impossible to walk with such a penis. Do you think maybe you will put it in tires, like, you know, like, I don't know, caravan or something? Endless private part. What endless mean? You will hit the eye of Allah with it? You receive a phone call from the Chinese. What the heck? Let me ask my cousin Bruce to translate. Hey, Bruce. Bruce. By the way, Bruce Lee, his name Bruce Lee, because I had a fight with him and I made a lot of bruise on him. And since when did we call him Bruce Lee? You know, his originally is Lee, but we have a bruise on him now. So, and he became a Muslim, by the way. After he died, became a Muslim. True story. So Bruce Lee, what okay. So Bruce Lee is saying that the police of China is calling Safaraz, saying, move your penis. It's a blocking the highway and the train. One Muslim penis can cause a chaos in the universe. Endless penis. And not only that, Muhammad, to make it fit, he says, and a vagina fit for that. So you can imagine how the vagina will be endless. That means the women, she have to be endless wide. Depth. How the vagina will be endless? I understand the penis going endless, but the vagina is fit for that? How? It is miracle. Prophet of Allah, he is the true prophet, and I invite you all to convert to Islam so you can, if you don't convert to Islam, I will do to you what I did to Bruce Lee. Bruise, brother, a lot of a bruise. It's okay, I'm not talking about you now. Just go back to sleep. Okay, man, he hear his name right away, he wake up, he's scared, he's terrified of me, because I have like 7 white belt. So I have 7 white belt, and one is the other one is dirty because I was fixing my cars to become a black. True story. Oh Lord. I hope you guys have a good time today, and as you see here, we are sharing education, and we are not here to make fun of Muslims. We are here to expose the lies of Muhammad. He's a fraud. This religion is a stupid religion. And I say always, if a foolish like Muhammad is a fool, if a fool like Muhammad can fool you, how foolish are you? I mean, you have to be really, really suffering from mental illness. So we cannot agree more that Muhammad is the most obvious, false, stupid prophet. And we challenge all the Muslims around the world. Live challenge. I go live on air. I make my challenge live. I do not need to prepare for a topic, for a question, for a debate. They need to prepare, for they are false, for they have no knowledge, for they have no answer, for they cannot debate. If you are really a true follower of your God, then you can call me. Somebody is saying your God is immoral. I can show you. My friend, you are going to talk about immoral. Your God, Allah, is dead. Prove me wrong. According to the Quran, Jesus is alive. And you are saying to me your God is immoral. If you are speaking about ethic, your God, Allah, He allow you to have sex with your daughter. And you are talking, I don't know, Muslims, they say things, we laugh at it. And even you Muslims are waiting for the coming Messiah. It's amazing. We are debating about how idiot Muhammad is, yet we and the Muslims are waiting for the coming Messiah. Isn't it amazing his name? Isn't it amazing his glory, that even the devil could not deny him? And he have to admit that the Messiah is the one who will save the world. When the Messiah come at the end of the time, he will do what? He will do what no one can do. Even Muhammad, he could not deny that the one who will be victorious is the one who come at the end. Muhammad is a person, he knew he's a fraud. He knew he's a liar. and yet he have to use the powerful name of the Messiah so he can deceive. This is why the Bible says, be aware of false teachers who come to you in a clothes of a sheep, but Muhammad, he come in a clothes of a wolf. At least in the beginning he looked like a sheep, but then he took off his clothes and he showed his real nature. He is a wolf, he is an evil, he is the devil. And actually I believe that the devil was learning from him how to be evil. I hope today we learned a lot of things, and this is your brother Christian Prince was serving you for today humbly, and I hope that we learn what is enough to prove to our families, to our friends, that Islam is a scam. And if all what we showed you live on air from their books is not enough for you to prove what Islam is, I believe nothing can prove it to you, because you decide to become blind. And how the blind can lead the blind. And the only one who can heal the blind is Jesus. So we pray to the Lord to open the eyes of the Muslims, to show them the truth, and the truth will set them free. That is the word of my Lord, and him we obey. Thank you, God bless you, and see you soon again. Take care.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned. If this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.